Two of the best albums ever, Perfect 10 Records, are There's a Riot Going On by Sly and the Family Stone. Sly Stone is one of the greatest musicians of all time. I think he has 5 10s. I have to count them, but it seems like he has 5. Stand, Fresh. I have to look up all the Sly Stone albums, which I will. But my favorite is There's a Riot Going On. It's the first one that's like drum machines instead of live drummers and more effects. It sounds really drugged out and slow, but really, really funky. Larry Graham, one of the greatest bass players ever, if not the greatest bass player ever. He invented a style of playing bass. He's the first slap bassist I've heard on a record. Maybe there was other people slap bass. I think he kind of invented the way people do it now anyway. But yeah, Love and Hate, awesome opener. Just, I don't know. I'm not gonna sing Love and Hate. Instrumentally, try to sing. Yeah, Sly Stone. Good vocalist. Great lyricist, too. Love and Hate, rock and opener. Just Like a Baby. Fucking the best song on the record. It's just like kind of like slow and sad and drugged out. I love Sly's vocals on this. I think the lyrics are simple but incredible. I adore this song. I also really like Poet. Again, it's kind of slow, funky, drugged out. Then Family Affair, a song that everybody knows from this record, even if you don't know this record. It's an amazing song. There's a lot of guest musicians on this record. Billy Preston plays a lot of the cool piano things. I think he plays that really cool piano phrase in Family Affair. Like, which adds a whole new level. This album is almost like a rap album or something. It's so ahead of its time. Because they use the drum machines and the samples and the slow stuff, you know what I mean? Like songs like Thanks for Taking Me to Africa and like even like those other songs like Poet and Family Affair, there's like a quality of like synth, piano, and drum machine and minimalism in the vocals. Even though Sly is a really good singer, he's just like either too high or he's in like a funky mood and he's kind of just like doing it in a whatever restrained way, minimalist way that's reminiscent of what most music sounds like now. Except it's 1971 and it's better. Art is getting worse. Music is subjective. You can have different favorite albums than I can. I'm stating my opinion. These albums are better than most of the stuff. Africa Takes You to the Asphalt Jungle is exactly what I was talking about with the long, extended, druggy, slow funk jams. It's a great song. Brave and Strong is a good song. You Caught Me Smiling is one of the best songs on the record. It's again lyrically incredible. Just a beautiful, soulful song. It's not too out there, but it's one of the better straightforward songs. Time is good. Space Cowboy is very good. So if you don't like Space Cowboy, I don't even understand, man. It's corny, but the dun, 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 and then he yodels. You hear Sly Stone yodel in this song. Any album on which Sly Stone yodels, 10. Easy 10. Then Run It Away. It sounds like an old Sly the Family Stone song. It sounds like it's on one of their early records. Um, it's good. The early Sly Stone records are very good. I'm just saying it doesn't really fit the vibe of the album. But it's a good song. It's a little, the production's still weird. Everything sounds a little crispy and drugged out on this record, even the straightforward stuff. And then, Thank You for Taking Me to Africa, which is, other than Just Like a Baby, my favorite song on the record. And it's Thank You for Letting Me Be Myself Again. But it's even slower. It's on more drugs. It's longer. And he's just like, instead of being like, thank you for the party, he's like, thank you for that. It's like, he's just fucked up. It's great. I want Sly to be fucked up. Not too fucked up. I think Sly got too fucked up. I'm sorry that happened to you, Sly. But other people fucked you over, Sly. It's a sad story, the story of Sly. Dude's a genius, invents the genre of music, and then is a broke person smoking cocaine. He's still alive. That's good. My other favorite bass playing on the album is Funkentelechy versus the Placebo Syndrome. Did I already say that it's 8:25 on December 27th? I don't know if I did. Bob Gun opener. If you don't like Bob Gun, Sure Knows Devoid of Funk is great. It's one of the underrated songs. The story of it, you wheel dance sucker on the fight with the Sure Knows. It's fantastic. This whole album is fantastic. To me, this album has the best. It's like a plot with characters and sound effects. I like the idea of the placebo syndrome. I think it's a genius idea. One of George Clinton's more clever kind of concept album type things. It's like you hit them with the bop gun, hit Sir Nose with the bop gun, hit the people with the placebo syndrome with the bop gun, and they'll stop listening to disco and listen to funk. Except disco is good. I would be very happy if what we had now was disco. Yeah, Sir Notes Devoid of Funk. One of the best bass lines on the record. Bootsy Collins' bass lines are always incredible. But this one is one of his all-time best bass lines. It's so funky and detached and weird. It's yeah, I think this is like that. I'm not gonna try to boost the acapella. Wizard of Finance is an amazing song. The lyrics are great. That love and that kiss and that squeeze and that holding kind. Ah, I love this song. Funkentelechy. This is the do. When you're taking every kind of pill, nothing ever seems to cure your ill. Yeah, great song. 10-minute funk workout with Bernie Worrell playing keyboards and Bootsy Collins playing bass. Placebo Syndrome, another good funky song. I think that one of the genius things about this album is the Placebo Syndrome. George Clinton has this ability to free associate and come up with kind of these gimmicks of cosmic ideas made into comic book characters, made into and the the idea that the Bob gun and the Cernos and the Placebo Syndrome, I think, is his most fun album idea. And it kind of captures all of the stuff I like about the weird psychedelic sci-fi fantasy element of Parliament, who were one of my favorite bands. And then Flashlight. Okay, Flashlight, I used to think had the best bass line ever. Because I was like, how did Bootsy Collins play this? This makes no sense. It goes, and I found out it's not Bootsy Collins, it's fucking Bernie Worrell playing a bass synth line. But Bootsy still plays bass on it. And the bass still is awesome. The synth bass line and the fucking Bootsy's bass playing through this whole thing is great. The whole band's playing is great. There's no lulls, there's no bad songs on either of these records. That's why I pick them, because this is a list of my favorite albums. If you're unaware what you're watching, I'm giving you a list of my favorite albums. Music is subjective. Your favorite albums are different than mine. I listen to a lot of music, and I wanted to tell you what my favorite albums were. So this is a list of those. If you'd like, I can give you links to any of these albums. Or I can give you all of these albums. I will send them to you. Thank you. Have a wonderful December 27th.